You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again, Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Hey, everybody. What's up, ladies? How y'all doing this evening?
I'm blessed. Good evening.
Welcome back to the hood table, Raina.
Thank you so much for having me back. I missed y'all.
I know,
we missed you too. Thanks for coming back.
Yeah, listen, the conscience is never far away.
I know. You're always with us.
I try to be.
Well, everybody who's watching, please like the video, share the video, subscribe to the Hood Table on YouTube. I know we live on Facebook, we live on YouTube, but for the people watching on Facebook, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the Hood Table on YouTube. That's DA space Hood space Table. So make sure you guys subscribe to the Hood Table on YouTube. What we're going to be discussing, and a lot of people have been, the last few videos we did on this particular subject, Karma Diva, people have been commenting under the videos on YouTube saying, when are y'all going to do an update on this story? And I'm like, we'll do an update whenever we get new information.
Right. We can't update if it wasn't no updates.
Right.
Can't solve the mystery without the clues. Just saying.
Right. So, I mean, the last time we did a show on this situation with city council candidate David Mitchell, he was still locked up, so we couldn't, give any new information. But he has been recently released out on bond, like a week or so ago, and he happened to, like a few days after he got out, do a live Facebook video on basically his response to being locked up on the sexual allegation charges and the very, very high $1 million bond that they put on his head.
Only if you Black in America.
Welcome to America.
Child.
Hello.
He said it was like 3 times the amount that the bond should have been for something like that. He said his bond was more than the bond set on what's that man's name? The guy who had his knee on George on his head.
Derek Chauvin.
Derek Chauvin.
So he made a lot of different scenarios, like versus this person versus this type of crime. What the bond should have been. I and a lot of people thought $1 million was extremely high, but
I thought it was excessive.
You think? Yeah. Just a little bit. In my 50 Cent voice, just a little bit.
But yeah, Raina, how do you feel after, knowing like a little bit of the story and watching his video to his response? How do you feel about this? Because he claims it's a conspiracy and police corruption. And we cannot deny that has been going on in the world with Black people forever.
It's the same coonery, buffoonery that Black people are subjected to on a daily basis everywhere. There is no such thing as innocent until proven guilty unless you white. Let's get that first of all. Let's establish that first and foremost. The second thing that I want to bring up is I love how they make the laws, but then they never want to follow the laws, but then they want to press you. Mm-hmm. You want to press me. Here's the thing. I understand what bro's saying about the media, but it's beyond the media. See, the media is a tool. Like when you need to change your battery, you know what I mean? You need a half-inch ratchet or whatever it is that you need. The media is a tool that can be used or ratcheted by any person using any position at any point in time. That's what people don't understand about the media. Okay? Number 3, white people in power. In my Dave Chappelle voice, white power.
Well,
Okay? That's the problem. Systemic racism is just, it's not, it can't even encompass, it can't even encapsulate all of what it is that we endure on a daily basis. It can't even encompass that. It can't. Because if you are Black and you're driving down every USA street, if they want to get you, they gonna get you. They gonna do whatever they have to do. They gonna wear whatever mask, put on over whatever music, wear whatever suit to the party, and dance whatever dance in front of the judge that they gonna have to dance to get your ass on up the road. That's what you need to understand. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's not a conspiracy when it's the truth, okay? It's not a conspiracy when it's based on facts, okay? Conspiracy, the word conspiracy insinuates that it is probable or maybe. A fact is a fact, like math, science, DNA. These things do not change. It is a fine line. You must walk that.
like Biden won.
There it is.
That's a fact.
Exactly. And that brings me to my point number 4. Hello, America. Hello. So now we got to coddle the white folks. Ain't we did enough of that? See, I don't know if everybody watched SNL last weekend when Dave Chappelle on and watched Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben get fired. But let me just tell you, I need to get fired, okay? No.
I didn't watch SNL forever.
What they doing to him is not only ridiculous, it is absurd. You want to degrade my character because you can't beat me at your game. You know what my daddy taught me? I'm gonna tell you what my daddy taught me. He said, the only way you beat white folks is to play their game better than them. And then when you do, you still can't win. That's why I'm the type of person that you gonna have to show me 5 times. And I never come from a racist ass place like Missouri. Stop it. Stop it. It comes down to the point that people turn blind eyes. They don't see nothing until it happens to them. And then they want everybody to jump out in the street and say, oh, help, help, help.
Right.
Somebody need help. Soon as the media puts something on, the first thing you do is run. Y'all run like carrots to motherfucking turkey that Trump shot last year. Poor carrots. Now all the Black people is acting like carrots. I'm sad. I'm sad. You don't notice that white people don't care about us? You don't know that white people will do anything that they can do? And I'm not saying good, God-fearing white people that are with us. I'm talking about these other people that live in Breitbart land that I ain't got time from. Y'all see where I'm from? North. I don't play that. I don't play that. I don't believe in none of that. What they doing to him is just like the same things that they do to everybody. What he's mentioning about Black Wall Street, what he's saying about Prospect Hill, what he's saying about all of those things. Do you not understand when the system is geared to make you look like you the monkey in the cage? What you think they gonna do? Keep feeding you ape shit, because that's what you are. And then when you got people actually buying it, then these people that was actually out here that's like us, well, they shaded like us because they ain't really us. Voting for Trump.
Skin folk ain't kin folk.
Skin folk ain't kin folk.
You hear me say that kin to me, they ain't always friend to me?
No.
Well,
me personally, I thought it was kind of strange or okay, like when he was arrested, like how he mentioned when he was arrested, it was like a few hours in after they had did that that what event was that? I can't remember the name of the event that they were doing, but they had a meeting and the police had came into it was
a city council meeting about police funding.
Right. Okay. So right during that, he claims that the media, like it was kind of, you know, weird how the media just happened to be right there, even though we know the media be at those city meetings, but still, he said that
But isn't that here's going to be their argument? Isn't that what they do with all criminals? No matter whether they white or black, just wait for it because that's coming next. Just wait for it.
So the part where he was saying, that the police were told of the charges, like before he even knew the bond amount. He said the police and the press knew the bond amount. Like,
now they do have people that sit. Now the thing I'll say about that, Tanya, is they do have press members that sit there in these police stations and this and that, and do nothing but listen to their conversations, get information, and print it. So they may have had somebody already at that police station that knew. But I still question how the media got a hold of the bond amount,
right?
Prior to
because the police used them as a tool.
But I'm saying he hadn't even gone up to the bail
he hasn't even gone up for hearing. Right.
They already had planned what they was going to do. Is clear and present danger. You're not lining up 15 police cars unmarked and marked to pick up one person for an alleged sexual assault. Stop it.
Yeah, that was crazy. That
and I don't think that he's a dangerous man.
I thought it was like, I thought it was ironic. I'm gonna tell you why I thought it was ironic. He was there for a defund the police meeting or talk, and here they are, all these cops on the tab. They all getting paid,
money,
wasting money for one person. To
take
him around the block. To take him around the block, literally around the block.
They got no money for stimulus, but y'all can waste all this gas on one person. Do you see that ignorance?
And they did. They had all those police officers for one man, and I don't know him personally. I do follow him. I follow him on Facebook, but I don't know him personally. But I wouldn't think that, to me, just on the outside looking in, that he's a dangerous man in need of all those police.
Who tells somebody they can't have contact with their own kids?
And that part, I was like, what?
Now that part, I can. What I'll say about that is, the reason that the judge put that on there is because he was arrested for
sexual assault
on a minor. So they have to. Yeah. So they have to put that no contact with a minor on there, regardless of if it's the kid next door or your kid.
Right.
They have to do that.
They say they have to do that, but I'd be willing to bet $100 my soul and my last lifeline that you can find, if you look in Douglas County records, some poor white man who then got arrested for some shit the same way. And I promise you, they didn't do the same thing to him.
No, actually, I have to disagree. I personally know a white man who was a teacher who had a young son, and he allegedly had he was messing around with a 15-year-old student, or was trying to pick up a 15-year-old, and they put a no contact with him and his son.
But see,
even though he was trying to pick up a girl.
The difference here, though, is they had, in some situations,
he was
they
a
have
prominent white guy.
a lot of proof.
That's terrible.
But see, in some situations, they have a lot of proof. And in some situations, just word of mouth. So I think that's the thing that David was, trying to get at, was like, okay, this happened how many years ago? I think it was in 2000.
Like 6 years. I think it was like 6 years.
Yeah, like 6 years ago, and the person just coming out and saying it. And then what I thought was funny, because I never
here go the backlash of Me Too. Here it is. Here it is.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. What I was about to say was like when his mother chimed in about why they never contacted the foster parent, the foster family. Like, I think if this wasn't his parent, because of the fact that all the things that he's fighting for and standing against, including Leavenworth Cafe, which a lot of people in the city on the other color side had a lot, to complain about. But I think if it wasn't his
don't
mother,
forget the fields. Don't forget the fields.
And I think if it wasn't his mother who was the foster parent, that they probably would have went to the foster parent and done a thorough investigation. But that's part of the process for me speaking with somebody in the foster parent field. They should have been questioned like immediately. They should have been brought
somebody who is in the foster parent field. Let me just tell you this 100. If something happens in foster care, whether it's founded or unfounded, they have to go to the foster parent first. If they believe that you committed something, the first thing that's going to happen is CPS is going to be, which is required by law, to be informed. Then if they find that they have any reason to do it, depending upon how they feel about the situation, if they feel like it's something that they want to find, they'll try to find it and pull the kid right then and there. But if they don't find nothing, a lot of times they wait to see if they have any information before they even do it. It just depends on the situation and who's on that case. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The variables in that situation, you have no idea.
Right. And another thing, as me being part of the Me Too, I am one that has been assaulted when I was young, along with a lot of other people, I know personally. But as far as that is concerned, just the way that they went about the whole situation, like how you get $1 million bond by just word of mouth.
Not only that, where's the reports from the state of Nebraska that something allegedly happened to this child? Where are all of these things? Y'all charging me with this, but where's the proof? These kids get too much counseling. They get too many people interacting with them, guardian ad litems and all types of stuff. Let me just be the one to roll up and just say, where the reports at?
Right. And the reason why I brought myself into this is because I know what it's like to be assaulted, and I know what it's like for a lot of people, for some people to not believe you and some people to believe you. So I don't want to just say, oh, he didn't do it, she's I'm not going to say that.
I don't know her.
I'm not saying that. We're just giving our opinions for people who are watching. We're giving our opinions on the situation at hand. So I would never say she's lying. Or I would never say he's lying. We're just discussing, the chain of events thus far that we know. So I just had to put that out there.
Yeah.
I want to know why he was added to a gang file, though.
That was some insane. So wait, hold on. Let me make sure, just in case they look, because they think everybody, the cops watching everything. Let me put up my notices.
I have one. I have a.
My crease.
Deuces mean you in a gang now?
I may have
used.
My thing was, I was never a gang member. Was I associated or affiliated? Well, not necessarily affiliated, but was I closely associated?
Who was it? Yeah. Who was it back in the day?
If they in your family, they in your friend zone, how you not gonna be?
Right.
I got it on both sides of my family. Do you understand me? It's times where we gotta walk fine lines around here. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But it's what you gotta do. People don't get that. They think it's like something that's like a farce, like it's something that people really don't have to deal with. I really don't think that white people in mainstream media understand what it really is like to be black. They all think that. They all act like they do. They all acting like now, since somebody that raised the flag, that they all of a sudden want to start asking questions about this, that, and the other. No.
Now they believe us. 30 years later, 50 years later, they believe us now.
I mean, come on. I get so frustrated with the lies. It's just lies. If you see plain before your face, then you know that you just cleaned this window with Windex. You seeing through. Stand up.
They knew it was happening then, and they knew all this stuff.
You can orchestrate a whole community of cops to do your bidding What does that tell you? How there's nowhere you can hide. There's nothing that you can do. Forever to the end of time, we will always have to talk with our kids about that.
That's sad. That's what pisses me off.
Let Carmel Diva chime in for a second.
How many kids you can get that talk?
Let's Carmel Diva chime in for a second. Go ahead, Carmel.
That's what pisses me off is the fact that we have to have this talk. When my son, Tanya can testify, my son is a gentle giant. He's like 6 foot tall, and he's not a skinny dude. He's a big dude. But if you ever just been around him, quietest, sweetest, most respectful kid you would ever meet. I mean, just the sweetest kid. But he was squirrely when he was young. You know what I mean? Just always moving and this and that. And I had to tell him, baby, from the time he was about 11 or 12, I said, you know what? You have to stop that. Because when you're walking down the street, they're not going to see you as a 12-year-old child.
Right.
They're going to see you as a 6 foot tall black man, and they're going to take you down like one.
Yeah.
They're not going to care how old you are.
No.
They're not going to care what you were really doing.
No.
We done seen what they done to 6-year-olds. We done seen what they done to 6-year-olds, 8-year-olds, 10-year-olds. Shoot.
Right.
It seems like it ain't no age limit on police brutality.
13-year-olds
they don't see our kids as kids. They don't see our kids as kids. They see them as automatic threats because of the color of their skin. And I've told my son that regard all the time. I said, you are a target now because you are America's nightmare. You're the big bad boogeyman because you are a black male. Period. You were unfortunately you were born with 2 strikes against you. You were black and you were male.
At least he wasn't a woman. Thank God.
Yeah.
Because I tell my girls that all the time. I say, you don't understand how undervalued you are. And then when you live that life to devalue yourself, it just makes it so much hard for people to take you seriously. They don't never take us seriously. They don't think we want education. They don't think we want health care. They don't think we want to be treated the same. They feel like what we asking for, we shouldn't even be allowed to ask for because we done gave y'all enough. What does that mean? You ain't gave me shit.
Yeah.
You ain't gave me nothing. I just scraps off the floor. What you mean?
I wanted to ask y'all about that, the section of his video where he was talking about Don Klein. Remember when he rode up on Don Klein's car and Don Klein said, yeah, I know you and a lot of people cannot stand Don Klein and would love for him to remove himself.
I can't stand Don Klein either.
Get voted out of his position. But what do y'all think about that little clip where Don Klein was like, yeah, I heard about your case. Now, this wasn't pertaining to the robbery case.
Well, I mean, he had been on the news. And Don Klein is the city prosecutor, so I'm sure he would have some knowledge of who the hell he was. That part to me was like, duh.
No, not that part specifically, but when Don Klein said, yeah, I heard about your case and I heard that there was a lot of things wrong.
He was like, no, he didn't say wrong. He just said, I heard the issues with it. Which could have been
there are issues with it. Yeah.
Which could have been any damn thing, Oh, I heard about, the facts of the case. Or I heard about, or I heard, oh yeah, it is messed up, or it could have been anything. But I was like, he was like, yeah, he told me he know who I am. Yeah, he knows who you are. You were arrested. Your face was all over the news.
Yeah, a lot of people know him. Even my sons, when he first was arrested, my mom was like, Mom, that guy. And I'm like, and he don't even really know him. My son's like 19. And he's like, that guy. But everybody knows him as the gamer guy, the video game store guy. That's what a lot of people know.
I didn't know who the hell he was. I still barely know who he is.
Well, I've been knowing of him since way back because, like I said, when he first started his first video game business, I remember him on the news with being interviewed.
I kind of remember that.
he was like 18 or 19 years old and just started a business. And he was discussing how he first started off in his mom's basement, you know, helping people fix their video games. That's where I remember him from. But I didn't recall him again. You know, I didn't remember him again until after he started being in the news for all these different petitions, all these different rallies, mainly the one with the cafe, Leavenworth Cafe. But
I was gonna say now, is all of this because of the Caniglia family and their connections here in Omaha? Is this what all of this boils down to?
We can't help but to wonder, because he basically,
y'all ignoring the one thing. Y'all ignoring one thing.
What's that?
Don Klein is the top lawyer in Douglas County.
Yeah.
How in the entire, excuse me, because I'm finna get Negroish. How in the entire fuck do you not know about all major cases? Everybody done watch Brenda Lee Stop Playing, and we don't even need to watch TV. See, that's the little bit of stuff right there that really be getting my gall right there. You are the biggest lawyer in Douglas County. Do you understand me? You're not telling me for 1 second. I don't know who you think, because see, he trumped. That's what he did when he answered the question. He can put on his Democratic flag all he wants. You trumped. Because I'm going to tell you right now, anybody of clear conscience and of any type of personary value is going to stand up and say, yes, I understand what you're saying. I know about this, or I've heard about this. You're not going to say, oh, I heard there was issues. You ain't heard there was issues. You know exactly what's going on, because guess what? You're the county attorney, and it's your job to know what's going on, because you the top prosecutor. So stop playing with me. It's little bitty stuff like that that just give his story that much more credence. Not that he needed it. Okay, mind you, not that he needed it at all. Because like I said, I watched 45 minutes of this video, and I'm going to tell you right now, no, none of it, all of it, stop, okay? No. When you have people in higher power, let me let y'all understand the hierarchy. We in the valley, okay? We under the grass in the valley, okay? Mm-hmm. So we always feel like it's shit on top of us, all right? We know everything run down the incline. Y'all see what I'm saying? Right. So if you in the highest position to be able to use whatever tool, media, police, whatever, it don't matter if you're the biggest family in Omaha or not. It don't matter about your political ties or this, that, and the other. It matters this one little thing right here. You're black, you're making noise. We need to put you in your place, boy, because you know what your place is. That is what it is. It is nothing less. It is nothing more. It is nothing in between. Period. Flatline. He's a black man with a little bit of money in their eyes, because they don't really know what he got. But they see that he can defend himself, and he ain't going like the rest of us ain't going, because we all know Joe Biden won the White House, but they still want us to be okay with Trump. What? He mad about the 306 delegates shellacking that he got? Oh, okay. So now Don Klein heard issues about the case. Oh, okay. So now they got the media coming down on bro at a city council meeting for defunding the police, while they got the police standing out here wasting all our money in a show of force for absolutely no reason, because this man is black. Period.
Because that was my question. That was one of my big questions. Why him? Why have they targeted him? Why are they centering on him? Because see, there's other people who are louder than him, who are more prominent than him, who are making more noise than him. So why him? It just seemed like to me, when I was just from the little bit I've seen on the news and from listening to him, all that kept going through my head is, okay, this happened to you, and I get it. It did happen to you, but why you? What's so special about you that they would do all of this?
Well, I don't know the answer to that question, but from my point of view, he is the loudest one out here to me. That's that is
something as simple as a conflict of interest. I don't like your personality, and that'll give people the reasons for little bitty microaggressive things. And we know that microaggression turns into regular aggression. That's why him.
Yeah, and then on top of that, he has been out here petitioning for a lot of things in the community. Like the biggest was, of course, the Knigley family with the Leavenworth Cafe, regarding them, basically like I don't think nobody wanted them shut down, because we have been supporting, even Black people, we have been supporting them for years. We've been eating that General Lee sandwich, that meal for years, even though people didn't
I didn't even know it was called
together.
You didn't have no choice, because that was proper.
But also, not only that, he has been petitioning to help having these meetings and things with the Send Ernest Home campaign, the young guy who we spoke about at one time, Ernest Jackson, who was charged with murder, even though the person, another guy who claimed he did it, claimed that he was the real shooter, and also claimed that Ernest wasn't even there. So the shooter, and I'm gonna drop the link for that for those of y'all who don't know that other story that I'm referring to. But the shooter in the shooter in the Ernest Jackson case, who actually confessed and said Ernest wasn't even there. He said, I shot him, self-defense. I put 17 bullets in that man. That shooter got off for self-defense. He didn't serve
him and the other co-defendant. They both got off, but Ernest is still sitting in there because he was tried first.
He was tried first. They found him guilty. The other two who was charged or went to court next, they were found not guilty. They confessed to shooting them. Self-defense, they got to go home. Ernest got 60 years. So now, that's one of the things that they have been petitioning and having marches and rallies from here to Lincoln and back. So to me, he is the loudest one in our community that has been voicing out. Again, with the thing with the guy downtown who shot James Scurlock. That was another issue that he was on the petition for and the rallies and everything. And so that's why a lot of people feel like this might be a conspiracy. Like you tell us we're going to take Jake in, we're going to arrest him, we're going to indict him, but we're going to take one of you guys. That's how a lot of people looking at it. Okay, we're going to give you one. We're going to give you one. We're going to arrest him.
Like it was a trade-off.
Then we're going to arrest this guy.
Like it's a spades game.
Yeah, but for real, that's how a lot of people are looking at it.
But wait, let me ask you a question. And this I'm asking you, Carmel Diva. Why did they choose Poindexter and Rice?
Amos says so.
Because they were young and Black.
So why not Mr. Mitchell?
No, I was asking a question. Why him?
I'm just going back to what you was talking about. I'm just bringing that point to light.
Yeah. They do that, and I know that. Trust me, I know from personal experience that they what is they call it? They get tunnel vision on one person, whether the evidence fits that person or not. They will sit there and try to hammer and mold it.
It's not even like a personality.
And fit that. They sitting there trying to put a square peg in a round hole, and they will pound and pound and pound, and it's like the evidence does not fit. This does not make sense. No, it's not that person, and they never investigate anybody else
ever.
They never, and they will let the case drop, but they will still watch this person, even though they know that this person was innocent. Kind of like the Central Park Five. They knew the Central Park Five. They knew
to convict you,
and said they were going to get. They said they were going to do that to them boys. They knew them boys was innocent.
Yeah, the
prosecutor knew it. Mm-hmm. The damn cops knew it,
and the president knew it too.
They knew them boys was innocent and still sent, and they got mad when they were exonerated. But I'm glad they all sued the fuck out of. I'm glad they sued I'm sorry it took so long for them to get out and get justice, but I'm glad they sued the shit out of the city of New York. They should have sued the prosecutors and each cop personally too.
Well, that's what I would have done. that brings me to Karma Diva. I'm glad you brought that point up. The part in David's video where he mentioned suing not only Don Klein and them, the police and them, but he also mentioned like the news, the media outlet, and the detectives and the individual reporter at one of the news stations. Like, how do y'all feel about that, suing people for covering your story?
I don't know about suing the media reporter because that is their job to report what's going on. Now, as far as
I mean, you know, he's try the facts. It's his job to state the facts as presented. So why would you sue the media unless they was Fox? Because we all should be suing them.
Unless it was Fox.
But I mean, as far as like the quote unquote investigators, the prosecutors, yeah, because they know exactly what's going on, and they the ones that try to quote unquote fit the evidence to this crime and put it on this person. But as far as a media personality, just, you know, it'd be different if this person was in on, well, hell, they might have been, but
maybe,
you know,
maybe it's like slandering him,
it's probably Illuminati. I'm just gonna tell y'all, it's Illuminati.
Oh Lord, not the Illuminati. No.
But like a lot of times on here, a lot of times on our platform, we discuss things from the hood to the White House, from the hood to R. Kelly to the president, all kind of stuff. And a lot of times we're just giving our opinion. Now there's certain things I'll be like, okay, now come on, there's a whole bunch of evidence against that fool. But in certain situations where I'm just like, okay, this is hearsay. I'm not just gonna 100% be on here talking about he did it, she lying, or you know, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna give my commentary, my view on what's going on.
That's why we have to say allegedly.
Allegedly, right. Allegedly. And as far as the news media, I just feel like unless they're like purposely slandering you out there, like there are some YouTubers, there are some bloggers who they hear one little thing. Oh yeah, he got 15 wives, and I heard through the grapevine that his kids on drugs, and I heard through the you know what I mean?
Well, I heard dead people voted. So
dead. I mean, well, you know.
Did you see they showed the one lady who was allegedly dead, but she voted?
Her husband, but she voted in her Mrs. name, and I'm like, you know what? See,
the stupidity of it all.
It's a mess. It's a mess for real. But
it's a mess. It's
hey, Mrs. Slow. And hey,
in this
Facebook
particular,
user.
That's Steven. I'm watching him on watching our Facebook live too. That's Steven. He's in our The Hood Table group. And for y'all on the YouTube channel who are not in our private The Hood Table Facebook group, feel free to join Facebook or not subscribe to The Hood Table on YouTube, feel free to subscribe. But yeah, this particular situation where there's not like, if they have a lot of proof, you know, they haven't put it out in the media yet for the sake of their case. But we have to wait and see, like, he gave people okay, you want to come down to the courthouse when I take this in trial? He said, I want people to show up. I want people to come to the trial because he said he's going to be really transparent through the trial. And I'm like, okay, I'll be there.
But you know what?
I'll be sitting right next to you as long as COVID is at bay.
Right, at bay.
But okay, there was one thing during his live that pissed me off, and I was like, "Shut the fuck up! Why? Why would you put your wife out there like that?" With her assault.
Somebody did say in his chat, why you outing her like that?
Right.
That's a slippery slope.
Because my thing was this. He went into, he was like, yeah, her stepdad was doing this to her for years while she was a teenager.
I'm a mute for a second.
My thing was this. If he wanted to assimilate, you know, make you know, this is, you know, I have personal information, or, you know, something like that. All he had to say was, "My wife is a survivor. She was a victim," and left it at that. We did not need to know the details of the story.
I must say, I was shocked. I was shocked when he said what he said about her, and she was sitting right there. You could tell that she wasn't comfortable. Because I wouldn't have been comfortable because of the things that I went through. And somebody just said, "Oh, well, Tanya had this happen to her for years." I'm like, what?
I would have smacked him, whether it was public knowledge or not. Whether it was public knowledge or not, I truly feel like he should not have said. Hell, he didn't have to say nothing about it. It had nothing to do with the case. I understand saying, okay, well, we ain't doing that over here. And she feel comfortable after being
right, like my wife has had something done to her when she was younger, and because of that alone, she has, she wouldn't let anybody be around her children, and she wouldn't let me or stand for me to be abusing children, something like that. But that was like, dang, you just out wife. Like, I didn't say anything. I was just watching. I didn't say anything. I was just watching.
It's a slippery slope, ladies. Listen, this is what I'm gonna say. That's her man's.
Yeah.
Number one. And what may have been comfortable for them may be uncomfortable for some others.
Yeah.
I ain't never been a victim, and I was like, well, damn. I felt offended. And you can sit there and see her like kind of like looking like, and then he was like, well, you want to talk about it?
I feel like the color drained out of me, but that's just me. That's me.
Yeah.
I feel like the color drained out of me.
He was like, you want to talk about it? She was like, no.
She said, well, no, she actually did say she wanted to talk. She said she don't care about talking about it as long as they're not giving out details. And then he's like, well, he gave the details. I was like,
wait, she gave the details.
No, he did.
No, he did. He
said it. He said she was molested for like 10 years or something like that. But yeah, she confirmed it. But what was she supposed to say?
He had already put it out there.
It didn't happen. Why you lying?
I didn't want to go that way. I didn't want to go that deep.
It was too late.
This is supposed to be a lie. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It was a live video. No editing.
Okay, y'all. That's true. Once you cut the mustard, you can only have ketchup. You're true. I'm up there. I'm here.
I did understand why he mentioned it, but I didn't expect him to go. I understood why he mentioned it. Like the fact that
I didn't even feel like he needed to mention that personally.
Right.
I'm just saying I don't feel like he should have mentioned the details, but to say my wife is a Me Too, and she's part of the Me Too movement, and she wouldn't stand to know that I am a child abuse, or if she really believed that, she wouldn't be with me. I can understand him saying something like that, but a lot of people was like, oh my damn. Everybody who didn't know knows now.
I was
right.
It just the way she looked made me feel some type of way. It made me feel like anybody who have ever had that experience, it make you feel like that light is on you again. That was the moment for me. I can't speak for other people.
Yeah.
I can only speak for me. People don't understand when you have something like that happen to you. It's so small of things that can trigger things like that.
I was gonna say very triggering.
The way a person's coat moves, or a person's hairstyle, and that person may not even be remotely associated with the situation of which you experience, but it's like when somebody go through something that traumatic and that close to them, because you really can't get no closer to the vest. I mean, you on the inside, you like to felt on the inside of the box when you're doing that.
Right.
So
how y'all feel about the comment in the chat?
Careful.
I'm glad somebody called him out. Oh, you talking about the one here now?
Yeah, the ultimate goal.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe that. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
His finances. He did mention on there.
That was obvious.
He said anybody stay in your place. We done told you.
That was obvious.
Well, I know, at the end of his video, he did mention if anybody don't have his back or been slandering him or don't, believe him or whatever. He basically told him, if you can't afford to pay $30K to get out of jail, if you can't afford to buy your mother a house and cars, if you can't do all the things that I've done in my life.
See, I didn't see you get to see
but that's what they do.
I don't agree with none of that.
That was way at the end of the video. So
I fell asleep.
If you can't, so he was basically telling people. He was basically telling people, if you can't do any of that, and I don't want to hear anything y'all gotta say. Hold on. Let me get this out, y'all.
I'm saying.
He was basically telling people, okay, we can't hear both people when we both talking though. Okay. He was basically saying that when he don't ask him to respond to people, if you can't do any of those things that I've been able to do. And I was like, but when you out in the media, when you're out in the public, you can't expect everybody to be on your side, especially when it's something as sensitive as, assault against a minor.
Mm-hmm.
He did a discredit to himself as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, you can't expect everybody to be on your side. That no matter what the crime is, murder, assault.
It's a child.
And my thing was this: how do we automatically know that you are innocent of this crime just because you said so? I mean, everybody's not going to jump on your bandwagon. That's just not how life works.
That's just how it is. It's not. That's regardless if it's your friend, your co-workers, your neighbors.
I know somebody in that situation right now, sitting in the Douglas County Jail right now on the same type of shit. Okay. Mm-hmm. So it's like this. If a child says something like that, the first and foremost, I don't care how long ago it was, you have to believe them.
Exactly.
You have to believe them. Because until
it's proven otherwise.
Until it's proven otherwise. You have to believe them. And it don't matter whether the child is a boy or a girl, because we all know it happens to boys just as much as it happens to girls. It's just less talked about, which is even sadder.
Yes, it is. It's very sad. It's very sad. That's the whole other show.
The other thing that I would like to touch on that goes right next to that, you can say whatever you want to say, okay? And some people will believe you and some people won't. Because I've been watching The Emperor without clothes for 4 years, yet some people have new clothes on every day.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's subject to one's opinion. It's subject to the evidence that one can bring about. Because you know what? This is another thing that I'm going to say about parents, and I know this is probably not going to go over well. We all want to see the best in our child.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Never see you. Jeffrey Dahmer's mother, when she was carrying him in her womb, never thought that he would grow up to eat other people.
Right.
Nor would she have
aborted his ass.
Nor would she have believed that he would have eaten other people had the evidence not been in front of her.
Right.
So I'm going to put that there and leave that right there. It is many men out here, as identified by the Me Too moment, that have done these type of things and have gotten away scot-free.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to look at the dual-edged sword. Are you Arthur or are you Guinevere? How we roll in this kingdom? Mm-hmm. You have to think about all of the people involved and forget about them and think about the child.
Right.
That's what you have to do.
That's why I said earlier in the live that we're not discussing this because we believe one way or the other. We're just discussing
what's been presented.
That it happened to.
Right. But I know one thing he had mentioned as far as even when he got out, he went straight into like city council candidate, how he was doing before, like he's talking about, trying to get them in the jail to be able to have more accessible as far as like fresh foods, apples, oranges, all kind of things like that at the jail.
That you can't make origamis with.
Well, what did you say? What did you say?
I said sausage that you can't make origamis with.
Oh no! But he said how he lost 20 pounds because in the commissary they didn't have no healthy food. The food is horrible. We know the food is just horrible, and people have probably
they do that on purpose.
People have been probably fighting for.
Breakfast
it ain't a buffet
at Douglas County.
Right. They do that on purpose. Why would they feed you good? What's the incentive for you to not come back?
But what I was going to get at was...
You gotta make me cry, Carmeldiva. Look, I'm about to cry right now for the cameras.
I'm just saying.
But what I was getting at was, I'm sure people have been fighting since the beginning of time for healthier food in jail. So I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if that's going to happen.
Let's start with the edible part. Healthy. We want our kids in school to eat healthy too. Okay, we got to pass edible and healthy. You're asking for a lot. You keep asking them everything. I'm sorry.
I hear you. 402 Revenue said he needs to learn how to move strategically. Stop telegraphing all of your plans.
Thank you. Because when they was talking about all the people they done contacted and the army of lawyers, I'm thinking, shut up.
His mother said they contacted Steve Harvey.
You can't play. See, people think chess and checkers is the same thing, but it's not.
It's like, shut up. Why are you showing everybody what's up your sleeve? Let it be a surprise.
See,
don't mind that. My thing, they got you. They think they got you cornered, but then you pull a rabbit out your hat. But now they know what to expect from you.
Because so when you pull a rabbit out your ass, they go pull a tiger off their toe to eat that rabbit that came out your ass.
Thank you. It's like, why you showing all your cards? You ain't never play spades? What?
It's okay if you got both the big jokers and the ace. Cool. Don't even tell your partner. Just play.
Right. Just play. Don't even count them. Use them 2s, 3s, 4s. Them the ones.
Don't count the possibilities. Don't count the maybes. Go with the facts. They'll lead you to the right place. The truth.
Yeah. And then he also mentioned how he's working. He's going to work to defund the county attorney office and allocate more money to the public defender's office to hire more lawyers and pay them more. Now, he did say something that I didn't know, which is they have about 23 public defenders, but the prosecutors have like over 60 lawyers. I didn't know that. I mean, I guess I wouldn't have never probably.
I didn't know the numbers. I didn't know the ratio, but of course, they're going to have more people to try to lock you up than to defend you.
Yeah.
Why would they want to give poor people opportunities to stay out of jail?
Right. Okay. They don't want to make it easier for us.
I don't mean to be ignorant, but the shit is really funny to me because it's like, you can't be this. I mean, come on. I'm going to just revert back to this. We all standing in the parking lot together. None of us saw a spaceship, but 2 of us said we did. That's all I'm saying.
And then he also said he's working to have
bacon in Omaha. Damn.
And then he also said he's working to have the federal government to investigate Omaha Police and County Attorney Office for malicious prosecuting and malpractice. He's launching a lawsuit against the city of Omaha, Detective Sean Pearson, Detective Robert Riley, the judge Thomas Harmon, who put that $100 million bond on his head. He said the lawyers.
You mean $1 million?
$1 million. Yes, $1 million. Mm-hmm. He said his lawyers claim that they are already into the multi-millions for continuous defamation of character, arrest with no probable cause, and lying in affidavit and criminal complaint. Now, again, we don't know the proof.
I got a question right quick before you pass this. This is what I want to ask you.
You
distrust these white people or these people over here, but you... And I don't know if he actually did this when he hired some other white people to tell him something different. See, I don't understand how none of this be working because my thing is this. Hold up. Please bear with me here.
I already know where you're going.
White people over here want to help you fuck these white people over here up.
Right.
I can see the obvious. I'm the conscious for a reason. I call buffoonery when I see buffoonery. Now, I don't know that he did that, but just think about this. If all of these people can call up the media, we got Don Klein over here talking about the issues. We got this man on Facebook talking about this, that, and the other. Now think about the mechanism of this, okay? You're out here putting out all of this stuff. You don't want to hire these other people over here who say they doing whatever they say because they gonna do whatever they gonna tell you whatever they want because you paying them.
Right.
Okay, so these people over here that's doing what you're saying they're doing is doing what they're doing, but they're not paying you. But you're gonna pay these people over here to defend you against the same shit that they believe over here.
And how do you know that they don't have some kind of connection behind closed doors?
That's exactly what I'm talking about. See, when people want to go down the rabbit hole, and I'm not saying that it is, I'm merely pointing out the black hole. I'm merely pointing out the pins before the balloon pop. Okay? People say a lot of stuff, okay? You can say the sky is green and you'll get 71 million people to believe it. Okay?
Is that some shade against somebody? 70-something million?
No,
Against 45? Against 45?
Look, it's just partly cloudy with a chance of bullshit. That's all. That's all it is.
It's always a chance of bullshit.
Girl, it's ever-present danger. Fuckery. They don't get, and I'm sorry, I have to call things the way that they are. It's people don't understand that conspiracy is not conspiracy. It's not conspiracy if it's the truth.
Right.
You can't just stand up and say blah, 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 and oh, if you don't believe me, then fuck you too. Well, then now that makes everybody want to say fuck you.
Right.
I'm just saying, don't cut your own nose off to spite your face. If you want somebody to run to your aid with a water hose, why the fuck are you standing here with a gas pump in your hand at a fire?
Mm-hmm. Well, again, we don't know.
I wanted to bring up.
We don't know the
all
truth,
opinions.
guys.
Nothing is
commentary. No, it's just commentary and just opinions. I'm just saying, as much as you can say this, other people can say that. That's all I'm pointing out. I'm right on Carmel. I'm right on Carmel Diva. I'm right with you. It is what it is. And that's all I'm saying. If you have people in higher power who feel like that they can put their thumb on you just because they want to mash the fly, they will. You think they don't ever get tired of serving us shit pies? Do you think that they don't? Come on now.
I still say I'm gonna let Carmel Diva talk before I say my then I'll say my statement. Go ahead, Carmel Diva.
I just wanted to know, he talked a lot about, because what he was actually arrested for was this assault. Right. But he talked a lot about the damn the robbery. Uh-huh. And my thing was this, he never really, and I don't know if it's because he couldn't, because it's an ongoing case, but he never, to me, really addressed the situation of the assault.
I heard his mom say he didn't do it, but that was all I heard was his mom say he didn't do it. But yeah.
Okay, my mom say I don't do a lot of stuff either, but
yeah, my wife's mom says she never lies, but I know that's a damn lie in itself. Just
my mama said she didn't. Hey, Miss Carla, my mama said she didn't know I smoke weed, and then I told her, she was like, "Oh my God." So I'm just saying.
Now you sound like my damn daddy.
I'm just saying, but it like we were saying earlier, our parents, of course, they always want to. Most of the time, they want to think the best of us.
That's what it is.
Come on, let's call it out. They were talking, when she said he wasn't even on the lease. That don't mean he got to be on the lease to assault this person.
My son ain't on my lease neither. He come off the road and lay on my couch all the time.
Right, I'm like, that don't mean he didn't come over. And then in the media,
without us knowing anyway.
Right. In the media, there in the story when he was initially arrested, allegedly, he met with the victim like 2 weeks before he was arrested.
And people were asking him in his chat, can you please explain why they say you met with this young lady 2 weeks ago, the lady who's accusing you of sexually assaulting her? Why just 2 weeks ago you met with her in a Bellevue hotel? I was hoping that he would respond to that, but
did she go?
Maybe he couldn't respond because it's an ongoing case.
Maybe because when you go to somebody's hotel room to have sex, you don't politely fold up your panty liner and put it in the trash.
In front of and he was in front of his wife right there, but.
And those are allegations from the police. Those are allegations. Allegedly, yes. The police claim that he went to see her.
Hurt you like that, and many of us have been hurt that way. The last person on earth you want to see is the person that violated you. I don't care who it is, unless I'm coming to kill you. Unless I'm coming to kill you for what you did to me. We ain't got nothing to talk about.
I've been through something when I was young. A lot of people who watch and follow me know that I would never go to a hotel and visit with the person who I claim took advantage of me, unless it was a sting and I'm working with the cops.
No, I ain't working with the cops. I'm working with the I'm working with this machete.
Oh, she said the machete.
I wanted to hurt.
But I was like, okay, he just, like I said, maybe it was because it was an ongoing investigation. But as far as going back to the robbery,
weird.
And it could be that he didn't even see the comments in the chat, because we don't always see the comments in our chat when we live. So
that's true.
I don't know. Giving him benefit of the doubt.
To the robbery, was I the only one? When they first arrested him for robbery, was I the only one that saw the video of him and the employee in the store robbing the other place?
No.
I thought I could have swore.
No, I saw that too.
When they first arrested him for that robbery, they showed a video
on Channel 7.
Okay, see, it wasn't me.
It's not just you, sis.
They showed him and the disgruntled ex-employee. They showed them in the store. They showed them in the other store robbing them. And he was like, "Oh, well, they said there's a video. Where's it at?" I saw it on the news.
I didn't see that. I'm not saying that.
I did.
I don't care what nobody
says. Black and white.
Say what? Yeah, it sure was. And as a matter of fact, I can tell you.
And it was clear as hell.
Hold on. Did you see this? What you saw? Caramel Diva, did you see them standing next to a little what it looked like a little video game rack by the corner? A little black rack standing up there with some little CDs packed up on some little game CDs. Did you see that? Did you see that he had on a white shirt? Did you see that?
It was clear as day. I mean, it was.
I thought it was just me. It wasn't just you.
He also said that he was suing that company for the same amount that they were trying to sue him. And he mentioned how the county attorneys had told that other gaming store,
if I'm not mistaken, I remember he had a baseball cap on.
And what the county attorney had told the other company, he's in jail. We got him locked up now. This is the great time for you to press your lawsuit against him because he has so many days to respond. But David claims that he has attorneys he has attorneys on what do you call it?
Retainer.
On retainer, so they were able to. Right, so they were able to respond, and he said the other gaming store never responded after his attorney,
they may still be working on it.
So I don't know that these two situations is just so weird. Like it's just certain things just
Well,
and that's why I said you can't blame people. That's why I said you can't blame people. You can't blame people who are. You can't blame people for not knowing whether to continue to support people because we're human. And a lot of people are gonna be like, well, dang, this don't make sense. That don't make sense. Things aren't adding up. So that's what I say when he said, you know, if you don't have money to do this and that, don't holler at me. I'm like, you can't fault people because we're human. And I'm not saying me in general. I'm saying like his friends, his coworkers, his neighbors. I'm saying those people who might feel like, I don't know, David. I don't know. Everybody is not gonna have your back.
Well, will you take a lie detector test? Since we have full transparency, everybody talking about they so transparent. Well, you know, since we all transparent, you know, I listen to everything that people say.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea, though. I don't know if he's been asked.
I listen to everything people say, Sunshine. I am the devil in the detail.
I don't know if he's been asked to take a polygraph test.
Take a polygraph, bro.
I mean, it's inadmissible in court, but still, it would be interesting.
It ain't inadmissible in the matter of public opinion.
Right.
You you see, let me tell you something. If you say that it's greasy, well, I'm gonna need to fry the chicken to find out. That's all I'm saying. If you so transparent as this glass that we done clean Windex with just today, show me. Let me know. Because what I hate is when a person say this, and this, and then show you only parts of the truth or parts of the evidence. You're doing the same thing that the people that you say against you are doing. You showing what you want to show. And if you had all of what you had, then there would be no need for you to say anything, because somebody told me, let your fingers do the walking at a snap. You ain't need to say nothing. You don't need to advertise nothing. We know Tom Brady. We know what that looked like. Okay. We know Dak Prescott. We know what that looked like. Okay. We know a touchdown when we see one. So this is what I learned. My daddy told me that when you hear the wolf blowing, long as you in a brick house, you straight. Is the house brick? Can't stand the storm.
I love him. That is.
Can't stand the storm.
That's my player uncle.
Do you understand me? So I want people to understand that I was raised by two extremely extraordinary gentlemen, and my mom was not that one to play with, and that's the reason why I am the way that I am. You know, I wear the person that I am as a badge of honor. And my thing is this: I'm 100% for the underdog always. I'm 100% for the truth always. I'm 100% for the facts. I'm 100% going to search out and make sure and maintain that I know what I know before I speak on it, because I'm not going to speak on something that I don't know. But what I'm going to say about this whole situation is it's a lot more to be said and shown than what was said and told in the video. And I'm not passing judgment on nobody. All I'm saying is it's a natural human instinct to hide that of which is unflattering to thyself.
Thank you.
So I need
again, there could be certain things that he's not speaking on. And again, it could be certain things that he's not speaking on because it is an open case, and certain things that his lawyer already told him. Don't answer. Don't speak about.
Don't get your ass on the media and lie all of this, that, and the other. If you not ready to get your toe tagged, then don't put your ass in front of the bullets.
Thank you.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Why are you on here? Why are you? Well, I'm trying to figure out what was the point of all of this. Getting on there, making this video. Share this video. Share this video, and you putting this out there. And I'm like, don't you have an attorney? You say you got him on retainer. Wouldn't they have told you to shut the up instead of
because you got a public nightmare going on, bro.
I think because of the fact that he was, I don't know if he's still trying to, because he can't be, I think he can't be on the ballot till 2022 or something like that for the city council.
And his mom was like, vote for David. I'm like, the election over.
But I think he probably felt compelled. He probably felt compelled to speak out because of a lot of people have been in support of him. So I think he probably felt compelled to speak out and say something.
He had on a t-shirt and a button.
You said what? What? What's she say?
She talking about vote for him, and she had on a T-shirt and a button, and I'm like, the election is over though.
No, that's because he can't. No, that's not until next year or 2022 when he can run.
Oh, okay.
I mean, when he can be voted in. Yeah, so he can still. Yeah, that's that. Okay. What he was running for was not this year. For this year.
Raina, shut up.
And see, I was confused about that because I hit up somebody in the community who y'all know about. She helped us get the blue dot this year. I hit her up. I said, because I was at the polls. I'm like, why is the ballot? And she said, okay, it's because he's not that ballot or that voting or whatever is not till 2021 or 2022 or I don't know.
I think it's 2 years.
Yeah, 2022 for the for that office. So he can still run, and it's not trying to vote for him, whether we want to vote or not. But yeah, I was confused about that. But okay. Just like I was like, why isn't Ricky Smith on ballot? I want to vote for the homeboy. We go back like 4 flats, and they said because he's not. He's not in your district. So I couldn't vote for Ricky Smith. But I'm glad Ricky Smith won, even though I couldn't vote for him because he was in a different district. So something I don't understand, and that's when I reach out to somebody who knows them politics.
And that's the one thing I hate about living out here on the hill. Let me shut my mouth. Because I'm not where I'm supposed to be. Anyway.
Because the one thing I said, if he was strategic, if he thinks the media played him, he should have went to the media and had them put this story out and use them. Since they the ones.
He did do
that different that they might be digging up.
Okay, but he did do an interview with that local radio station. He did do an interview with that local radio station. What's that man's name who owns that radio station?
Bill?
The Black King? Radio King, yeah, that radio station. They did do an interview with him.
That's not exactly the mass media, though.
No, the boss with the boss.
Oh, 95.7.
Okay, yeah, 95.7, the boss. Yeah.
I love that station.
Yeah, me too.
I don't even listen to the radio.
I ain't got no life, so
I listen to
I need to stay out my kitchen. That's my problem. I need to get out the damn kitchen. That's my problem.
Yeah. Hey there. Hey there.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
Don't be trying to take my intro. You know that's what I say when we come on. Don't be trying. Look, I got a problem with somebody else already stealing all my stuff. I don't need you too, Facebook user. I'm just saying.
I know you ain't try. I don't be stealing.
Look, I didn't say no names, but their initials is Tanya Haley. That's all I'm saying.
Ring my bell.
Look, now she's singing the song I used to sing. Look at that. Look at there. Look at there. Look at this. Look at it here. Look at
the travesty. The tragedy.
Look at her. Look at her.
My bad.
Look at her.
But I'm sorry, but is there anything else you guys want to say? I know we're approaching an hour and 15, 20 minutes. So is there anything, any last minute words you guys want to say?
There was one thing that I just wanted to mention.
Okay.
Well, two things. There was one, he was like, oh yeah, and I had to go to social media to see what they were saying about me and what they were thinking. And I'm like, what? Nobody thinking about you?
Wait. So
I mean, when it first happened, we were discussing it, but that was like 2 months ago, bruh. Do you know how much stuff done happened in 2 months?
Yeah. He was in jail for 50 days. He was in jail for 50 days and 50 nights. And honestly, I kind of forgot about it too until I read a comment on our YouTube video said, "When are you guys going to do an update?"
Start quoting from the Bible.
Once they took the big billboard down off of Ames Street, I forgot all about it. I ain't even lying.
Y'all so hateful.
No,
I'm being serious.
But you know how news is. You know, news moves so fast. Like, it could be a big story today, and next week, it's like we on to something else.
Yeah, so, like last night, how Bud was down 2 rounds to 1, they said, until he wasn't. I understand that.
Yeah.
And then my last thing I wanted to just point out, just quickly, and
Okay.
Raina, I need you to be completely quiet when I say this. He kept putting them papers up to the camera. Did he realize we couldn't see the words and it was all backwards?
Yeah, I don't think he realized it was backwards. My eyes was having this moment.
I was like, I'm good, but damn, I can't read backwards, so I need him to just.
Can I invert the paper?
I was like, I need somebody to tell him that we can't see that. Just stop, brother. We understand you got the paperwork, and you are supposed to keep all your paperwork and all your receipts, but yeah.
After a while, I stopped looking at the paperwork because I'm like, I can't read it backwards. And then he didn't put it up there that long.
I forgot how bright the light was shining through the paper while y'all was trying to read
it. But the best thing about the whole video was Baby Boy when he got all up in the camera.
No, that was my favorite part too. When he was on the back of the couch. Oh,
right.
I loved that. I loved it.
I was like, he is so stinking cute.
He is too freaking cute. He was so cute. My only thing that I want to say about this whole situation, and I'm gonna put it all the jokes to the side for 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
We live in a very hot, racist, and very.
We live in volatile times
for Black people. I'm not even about to put this whole African American spin on it because I don't even know what the hell that is. I'm Black. Okay, most people I know is Black.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Dewan. Yes. Go ahead, Raina. I'm sorry.
I just want to say real quick, I agree with Dewan Hall. Go ahead, Raina.
Oh yes, I do. Yes. I agree with that, and that's kind of what Karma Diva was hitting on. Why his lawyer ain't saying whatever, but that goes back to my transparency. And we already said if Windex can't clean the window, it can't be clean. But anyway, some people choose vinegar, but that ain't gonna work either. Anywho,
ammonia.
What I'm trying to say is, they gonna treat us the way they feel like we need to be treated until we take these people that are in these powerful places out of power. Right. What I want people to understand is just because the election is over and Joe Biden is now the president-elect don't mean shit.
Right.
We got a lot of hard work to even imagine the hope of changing anything. Okay.
The battle was won, but the war is not over.
The war will still be going on when I'm long gone because in 400 years we ain't moved an inch, but we ain't moved we ain't even at the half mile. We at the we ain't even made it to the quarter mile. We about 2 blocks in. That's how I feel.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But what I want people to understand is we have to stand up and systematically fight injustice every day on a daily basis. We cannot stop. We cannot turn a blind eye. We cannot sit down and become complacent. We cannot be like, oh, okay, well, they got it. No, what you got? What you bringing? Because you complaining about what you ain't got, but you ain't doing nothing to add to get. That's what people don't understand is math is simple. Everybody know 2 + 2 is 4 and so on. Okay.
Right.
Everybody know each one teach one. But see, here's the problem. If we don't stop COVID, we ain't gonna have nobody left in the village for the village to raise.
Thank you.
Okay? Right. Let's get that.
Let's get the village mediated.
He could be guilty. He could be innocent. Don't nobody know because of what he said based on what he said or based on the evidence that he presented or based on what the media coverage has been. None of us are going to know what's what until it goes to a court of law. And we still really ain't going to know because like I said, how do you know that these people ain't over here with these people? Because if you say it's a conspiracy, how deep do the conspiracy go? That's the problem with conspiracies. Once you go down the rabbit hole, Alice ain't got time to look at the watch. I ain't got time. I can't. People need to be transparent all the way. If you're going to come out here with your story, be transparent all the way. Don't put no stipulations on it, bro, because when you put stipulations on things like that, you make people think, oh, see, something don't sound quite right.
This? Well, what is it?
You don't believe me. Right. This, that, and the other. You can't say stuff like that because guess what? What your struggle is the same as the next person's struggle. And the difference between you and them is they would never be so presumptuous as to say, you have to believe me, because if you don't support me, then you just against me. That's not how to do it.
Right.
And that's really the only thing that I want to say about it. As far as I'm concerned about him getting out here doing what he's doing, you got the right to fight your case in the press, in the court, in whatever situation that you feel like. If you want to get in a cottage cheese box and fight it out in that cottage cheese box, that's what you feel like you got to do. You need to do that. But when you do that, just remember you are subject to public scorn when you put yourself in the public eye.
Right, and scrutiny, a lot of scrutiny.
The germs. That's what I'm saying to you. Don't.
Exactly.
We're gonna see.
And all of this is not to negate. And I want to say this: all of this is not to negate the work that he is doing in the community. He is doing a lot of hard work, a lot of wonderful work in the community. So none of this is to negate what he. We're just discussing what was seen on the live, but this is not to negate that. We don't want people to stop supporting the movement, to stop for us to help ourselves. And we have that part. I will say we have to stand by him in that, and not necessarily stand by him, but we have to work with him. Don't just stand by, work with him.
Exactly.
And we have to learn to keep some people say don't do it, but we have to compartmentalize a lot of time. We have to take that part and stick it over there. Okay, well that's his business. That ain't got nothing to do with me. But let's go,
because you're gonna work with him on this for yourself and your situation.
As long as he's doing stuff good in the community, I mean, things that we need somebody. And like I said, he has been one of the loudest persons that I have seen out there in the community. And that's why when I first did the show like 2 months ago, I typed up a blog and I said, I for one hope none of this is true for many reasons, because he has been there to a lot of community causes, events, protests, rallies. He's not only a business owner, but very, very active in our community. And
that's not to turn a blind eye on these allegations, though, either.
Right. And exactly. But if you believe that somebody might be or might not be guilty of something, that don't mean not support these community events, though. Right. Especially if they're for the purpose to build up and uplift our community. That's what I'm saying.
My suggestion is, what I would suggest to him, brother, from a sister to you, I want you to continue to keep doing the work, keep fighting the fight, but stay in the back, stay in the background, because but I say this, stay in the background for now, because you would bring too much right now negativity and distraction from the mission. Right. So you can still do the work in the background. Learn to delegate the work to others, and stay in the background while somebody else takes the foreground. That's what I would say. But so that it doesn't distract from the mission and the goal at hand. But that's just hey, that's how I see the situation.
I agree, and that's how a lot of people do. That's how a lot of people do in bigger scenarios and bigger crimes, and people are well known across the country. They delegate, things that they have going on out in public or in the community to other people. So they kind of sit in the background till things move over, or till we go on to the next biggest story. So yeah, I agree, Karma Diva. I agree, and thank you, ladies, both. Irena, I love having you on our show. I love having you chime in, especially on things going
my play cousin.
In the hood.
Yeah, girl, I be checking for you.
Yeah, and Karma Diva, my co-host. I thank you always for being here.
Thank you,
to help me run this platform. And I want to give a shout out. A shout out to Melissa King. She sent us a $25 cash app last Friday. She said that's for the
Appreciate it.
She said that's for the Red Cup Fund.
Oh, shoot, you got a cup
fund.
Well, that means now that I'm feeling better, I'm going to have to bring you your stuff so you can put some more stuff in your cup.
Oh my God. Okay.
But I didn't.
whoever won the Jeopardy game, the Jeopardy quiz, the Hood Jeopardy game last week. I talked to her. She finally decided what t-shirt she wants, what color, what the Hood Table shirt. So I'm going to order her shirt and get that out to her in the mail. And shout out again to
did you see my shirt I got from Trevicia?
No.
I posted it.
Okay, I'm gonna go to your Facebook. I'm gonna go to your Facebook. But shout out.
You know what? I'll post it in the table. I'll post it in the table.
Okay, cool beans. Okay, good. And shout out also to Miss Sislo. She won the November giveaway to the Hood Table membership giveaway. So shout out to everybody who did that. And I got these things.
Everybody.
I got these things that I'm gonna start throwing in the gift bags to the people who don't want the Hood Table merchandise and who
I don't know why they wouldn't
want the because some people like I rather prefer surprise gifts because I give out nice surprise gifts. So I have something. I bought a whole bunch of these certain things that I'm going to include in all my gift bags, and people are going to love them. I'm so excited. But that's
excited for you.
That's only for the
you
people
done been to Dr. John's?
The merchandise. You said what?
Huh?
What you say?
I ain't say nothing.
And he say bras should be what the hell?
I'm just saying. My daughter worked in Said store in Benson. I'm just saying.
No. I'm talking about the comment in the chat. That said
bras. So stupid.
402 Revenue said bras should be tax deductible.
They should be.
Are you trying to say something?
Well, can we get tampons and pads on that too? Because I got a hell of a lot of granddaughters.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, Miss Sislo. There she is. Miss Sislo.
Hey, Miss Sislo.
Yeah,
hello, Miss Sislo.
She won the November giveaway for the Hood Table. We have the Hood Table membership program. It's $1.99. If you're interested, just click the link in the description of the video. But yeah, for those of you who are
win next month,
who are actually members of the Hood Table, every month we do like a giveaway to those members. But yeah, so I guess that's it. I don't know what the bra, me and 402 Revenue gonna have to talk outside of YouTube.
Girl, I said I was gonna call him earlier.
Please call him and find out what he mean with these bras. Because as much as my bras cost, because they're so extremely, bust.
That's why I got a rejection. Goodbye.
These things like $50, and they ain't no Victoria's Secret. They ain't no secret.
Ashley Stewart, honey.
You go to Victoria. That's all I'm saying.
Go to Ashley Stewart, honey. Ashley Stewart. I swear by them. I swear by them.
I'll check them out. Because
it
is time to get some more. It's time to get some more. But yes. Miss Sislo said, I won. I really, really won. Yeah, she was happy when she won.
I know, because I'm that person that never win anything. I just told my daughter the other day, I said, if they sold one ticket to me, they'd find a reason to say I didn't win.
He said too many girls have those wires and are too expensive. Hey, man.
How many of them you done bought?
You know what? That's a whole nother show. That's a whole nother show. But
God, say it ain't voter holder controller situations.
Irena, don't forget to hit me up, Irena, because you said you had a suggestion for a show. So okay, make sure you hit me up. Hit me up tomorrow or one day this week.
I will, because I'm gonna send you a flash of information because I want to introduce y'all to St. Francis Ministries.
Oh yeah, we're going to be discussing St. Francis, who is part of the foster care system. They're one of the biggest.
They took over. Who St. Francis Ministries are. What happens is when your kid goes into state custody, that has been sent to an organization that's privatized. It used to be somebody called Promise.
Promise.
Promise left and has been taken over by St. Francis Ministries. And let me just tell y'all, St. Francis Ministries ain't as holy as they say.
Well, yeah, you need to definitely hit me up because I got a little tea on that too. A little, that's a little tea. But do hit me up as soon as you can tomorrow or someday this week, or so we can discuss that.
I think I may have a special guest when we do that show. And that's going to be somebody who is actually dealing with St. Francis Ministry, so they can actually tell you what it really is.
All right. Well, let's talk about that behind the scenes. Yeah.
We sure will. But thanks everybody for tuning in today. Everybody on Facebook, everybody on YouTube. Make sure you like,
share, subscribe,
and share. Yes, like and share. Like the video, share the video.
Ring my bell. Ring my bell. Hey.
Ching-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Yes, make sure when you but for real, when you subscribe to the Hood Table on YouTube, make sure you hit the notification bell so that you can know every time we are going live or upload a video. So that's what she means when she says ring my bell. Make sure you hit that bell on YouTube. Yes. And in the meantime and in between time, everybody stay safe, be blessed. We out.
Stay vigilant.
Good night, everybody.
Peace.
Stay hood. Keep it hood. Ooh, I took her line.
Ooh. You finna get a call. You finna get a phone call.
Somebody about to get in trouble.
Girl, I got a drink and a chaser over here.
Good.
I'm gonna have to hang up right now so I can make a phone call.
You need a crutch. You need to go down to St. Joe. Put that damn crutch away. You don't need no crutch. Girl. Go straight for the gusto.
My bad.
I'm about to. I gotta hang up so I can go make a phone call right now.
Bye, y'all.
Your phone about to ring. Love you too.
Love y'all.
Night.
Good night. Bye bye.